Jason Madity here from Getfishing.ca. Thank you for being here this morning.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
It's too cold to fish, isn't it?
Well, you know, unless you have a beautiful permanent shack with a wood stove or a tent with an extremely good heater, yeah, I'd say so.
What's hot on the ice for the fish this year?
Well, what we've been finding lately, and we really kind of dove back into our archives and our memory banks, is the fish have been wanting big and aggressive. And when you actually think about it, particularly the bigger fish, as it continues to get extremely cold outside and that water continues to cool in the lake, they're trying to pick their shots, Daryl. They're looking for one good big meal. And if they can get it, then they don't have to eat for 2 or 3 days. Right. So it makes total sense that they're far more interested in a 3/4 ounce jig, like the one I tied on your rod, versus an 1/8 ounce jig, like the flasher jig I have tied on my rod. So I brought a selection of different lures to show you.
And I love that you brought the Len Thompson, because that's obviously my favorite. Just how big are we going here? Okay,
well, first of all, I wouldn't have heard the end of it if I hadn't have brought my Len Thompson.
That's true.
But we're talking like the one you have on your rod there. See, I've got the 1/4 ounce jig, and you've got the 3/4 ounce jig.
Yep.
Quite a substantial difference in size.
Definitely.
You know, between those two jigs, right? So what that one does is just the mere size of it, and I've got a goofy buddy from Calgary who joined me ice fishing, and he was using that thinking I'd get him a pike or a big walleye. He started catching perch like this on that. They were more interested in the smaller jig. It's just bizarre. It's crazy. They want big stuff this year. So it's just about more vibration, more attention when you're jigging that versus something so small.
Why is that working, though?
Again, I just think for whatever reason that they're deciding this year that they're picking their shots of bigger bait. Maybe there's bigger baits in the system, like more big minnows for whatever reason. But think of it this way: you're in a jewelry store and you do this versus a giant necklace. Which one's going to get somebody's attention more?
Fair enough. We mentioned off the top, pretty cold outside. So if you want to head inside and talk fishing, you got an opportunity to do that as well.
Well, you know, it's the perfect time for us to do seminars this weekend. We're going to be at Cabela's at 1 o'clock Saturday in Saskatoon, and we're going to be at Cabela's in Regina 1 o'clock on Sunday. So you can avoid the extreme wind chill, still learn about fishing, so that next weekend or the weekend when it breaks, you can take all these tips of how to effectively use these giant lures that we're talking about, which includes the Fergie spoons and the Lytle flashers with the big blades on them. We're going to show you how to fish those, how to actually not just attract fish to your lure, but to make them trigger on these baits. And we're going to be there all day too. We're going to be there store open, talking about these different lures here that I'm referring to. And you know, it's just a good time to be, as I say, you're still going to learn about fishing, you're still going to get out of the house, but we'll definitely teach you something.
And if you're a first timer, how to cut the hole. That's a critical part to this, obviously.
Well, and for sure, and you know, I'll be representing Eskimo products before we're there, and of course they're all about augers and all about tents. So we can talk about the best way to get through the ice and to stay warm, you know, to keep out of it if you do want to try it in the cold.
Very important things to know, Jason. If people have more questions, they want to get a hold of you, want to learn more about what you do, how do they do that?
Go to Getfishing.ca anytime. We've got educational videos that'll jump you to our YouTube channel for more additional content. We're on Facebook all the time too, so you can get a hold of us that way, or on our email address right on Getfishing.ca.
And this weekend at the locations that he mentioned. Thank you so much, Jason. We'll chat again very soon, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Stay warm out there.